Hey guys! So yesterday we talked about the circumference of a circle or the distance around. And then we looked at arcs, so different pieces of that circumference. So if we pulled off, say, like the crust of a pizza, that outside, we're looking at the different arcs. Today we're going to talk about the inside of the circle. So we're going to talk about the area of the circle and then a sector. And again, looking up at our reference sheet up here, the sector is a piece that looks kind of like a piece of pizza or a pie. It's going from the center out. And so we're using really similar formulas to yesterday, but instead of looking at, again, the outside, we're looking at specifically what's happening on the inside of the triangle. So just like yesterday, the first half, very similar to what you've talked about before. I think at this point, after doing your projects, we all know what the area of a circle is, and it is pi r squared. So again, area of a circle is if we were filling it in, if we were going to color the whole circle. So the area here is pi r squared. So let's say we have a circle here and we have a diameter of 10 centimeters. So there's my diameter. And so if I have a diameter of 10 centimeters, then my radius is 5 centimeters. So then I just need to plug it into area equals pi r squared. And so area equals pi, my radius is 5. So if I were to leave this in terms of pi, then my answer would be 25 pi centimeters squared. So now that we're working with area, we're talking about filling in that entire shape. So if we were to paint this circle, what would our area be? So that's why it's centimeters squared. And then if we wanted the approximate answer, we would get 78.54 centimeters squared. So again, we're always working with square units here when talking about area. And we're looking at the area of a sector that's also in squared units. So area of a sector is looking at a portion of it, meaning we're looking for just a piece of it, that piece of pizza. So to find the area of a sector, we take the measure of the arc, divide it by 360, and then multiply it by the area. That looks incredibly similar to what we did for arc length, right? We took the measure of the arc divided by 360 times the circumference to get a piece of the outside. So to get a piece of the inside, we take the measure of the arc divided by 360 and times it by the area. So I'm going to write a new example here. So again, we have the area of a sector. And it's the measure of the arc divided by 360, and it's times the area of the entire circle. So when it says area, circumference, looking at area of the entire circle. So again, same formula, we're just changing this last piece here. So let's say we have a circle here, and we want to find this piece. And we know that the radius, obviously this is not a beautiful circle, but it'll do. Let's say the radius is 9 yards. And we know that this arc measure is 80 degrees. And we want to figure out what this sector is. So again, this is the center here. So remember, the angle on the inside, 80 degrees, if you can see me writing that there, is the same as the arc measure. So again, those are the exact same if we're coming from the center. So to find the area of this shaded portion, the measure of the arc is 80 degrees. And I'm going to divide that by 360 degrees. Now to find the area of the entire circle, it is pi r squared. So I just need pi times 9 squared. So I would save the dividing for last. So I would do 80 times 9 squared, so 80 times 81. And so I get that the area equals 6,480 pi divided by 360. And this is going to give me 18 pi yards squared. Okay, so again, we're taking that portion. So let's think about why this happens. So pi r squared would give us our entire circle, right? So to figure out just that piece, we want to take 80 degrees of the 360 degrees. Just like if you want a quarter of a pizza, you could take the circumference of the area of the entire pizza, and then figure out what 1/4 is. Multiply it by 1/4. And so that's what this fraction right here is doing. It's finding what portion that piece is of the entire circle. So that data that you took the other day, looking at how you spend your time, this is what you're going to be doing. What portion of your day is spent doing that activity, and you're going to find the area of that piece. Okay? So we're going to do one more example, and then we're done for the day. So what happens, though, if we are not given the angle of the sector or the arc that we're looking for? So let's say we have a circle that looks like this, a little better than the last one, and we have this portion right here, and we want to figure out this bigger piece here, very large piece of pizza. So we have 12 inches as our radius, and we're told that this arc measures 60 degrees, but I don't need that. I need to figure out what this arc is. So since a circle arc adds up to 100 or 360 degrees, I can just do 360 minus 60, and that gives me 300 degrees. So this major arc right here is 360, oh my goodness, 300 degrees. Wow, sorry guys. So that's 300 degrees. And again, that would also mean that this angle right here is 300 degrees. They are the same. We don't need this one, but just so we understand that connection, they're the same angle. So now we just go back to our formula. So the measure of the arc is 300, and we divide that by 360. And then to find the area of our circle, we're going to do pi times my radius squared, which is 12. So I'm going to do 300 times 12 squared, which is going to be quite a large number. We get 43,200 pi divided by 360. And then that's going to simplify to 120 pi inches squared. And remember, we want to make sure we include squared because we're talking about square units. Okay, so this sort of summarizes how we look for the area of a sector. And again, sector, we need the angle of that arc. And so what that means is we need to make sure, in this case, we didn't want to pick 60 because 60 wasn't the actual piece we were looking for. We were looking for the piece that was 300. So we just have to figure out what that angle is and then use our radius. Okay, if you have any questions, hop on to office hours. Otherwise, go ahead and get onto Math Excel. Have a good day, everyone.